father was an Ulster man, proud Protestant was he. Me ma, she was a Catholic girl, from County Cork was she. They were married in 2 churches, lived happily enough, until the day that I was born, things got rather tough. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. Me father, he was orange, me mother, she was green. Baptized by Father Riley, I was rushed away by car. He made a little orange man before the shining star. I was christened David Anthony, but still in spite of that, to my father I was William, my mother called me Pat. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. With me ma every Sunday, to church I'd proudly stroll, and after that the Orange Lodge would try and save my soul. For both sides tried to claim me, but I was smart because I play the flute, I play the harp, depending where I was. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. And when I'd sing those rebel songs, much to my mother's joy, my father would look up and say, "Look here, Bill, my boy, it's quite enough of that lot," and he'd toss me a coin. He'd have me sing the orange flute, or Heroes of the Boyne. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. One day, me ma's relations came round to visit me, just as my father's kinfolk were all sitting down to tea. I tried to smooth things over, but they all began to fight. And me being strictly neutral, I bashed everyone in sight. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. My parents never could agree about my type of school. My learning was all done at home. That's why I'm such a fool. Now they both passed on, God rest them, and left me caught between that awful color problem of the orange and the green. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. It is the biggest mix-up that you have ever seen. My father, he was orange, and my mother, she was green. July 1806, we set sail from the sweet Cove of Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. Such a wonderful craft, she was rigged for an nap, and oh how the wild winds drove. She stood several blasts, she had 27 masts, and we called her the Irish Rover.
Bags of the best Sligo rags. We had 2 million barrels of bone. We had 3 million hides of our blind horses' hides. We had 4 million barrels of bone. We had 5 million hogs, 6 million dogs, 7 million barrels of pork, sir. We had 3 million bales of our 90 ghost tails and the whole of the Irish Rover.
There's old King Coote who played hard on his flute when the ladies lined up for a set. He was touching with skill, his sparkling quadrille, and the dancers were thwarted and bet. With his smart, witty talk, he was cock on the walk. He rolled the dames under and over. They were at a glance when he pulled down his pants. They sailed in the Irish Road.
Wayke from the banks of the lake, and with Hogan from County Tyrone. There was Slugger O2, who was drunk as a rule, so along. There was Slugger O2, who was drunk as a rule, and fighting Bill Tracy from Dover, and the from the banks of the Van, and the skipper of the Irish Rover.
We had sailed 7 years when the measles broke out,
And the ship lost its way in the fog,
and that whale of the crew was reduced down to 2, just myself and the captain's old dog. When the ship struck a rock, oh Lord, what a shock! The bulkhead was turned right over, turned around, and the poor old dog was drowned.
Take me on the last of the Irish Rover.
Thank you. Okay, we're ready for a lively night tonight, or what? Oh, good. We're going to keep you on your toes. Just to let you know, Father Kyle has a vow of silence tonight. He's lost his voice, the poor bastard. And he doesn't know where he put it.
He's giving out blessings, though.
Okay, here's a song for you called The Black Velvet Band. In the neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound. Many a narrow sweet happiness I spent in that neat little town. A sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, betrayed by the black velvet band. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, I called her the queen of the land, and her hair it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll down Broadway, oh, meaning not long for to stay, when who should I meet but this pretty fair maid come a-traipsing along the highway. She was both fair and handsome, her neck it was just like a swan, and her hair it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, I called her the queen of the land, and her hair it hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid and a gentleman passing us by, and I knew she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. A gold watch she took from his pocket and placed it right into my hand, and the very next thing that I know is I've landed in Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes they shone like diamonds, I called her the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Before the judge and the jury, the next morning I had to appear, and the judge, he says to me, young man, your case is proven clear. I'll give you 7 years serving a faraway land, far away from your friends and relations, betrayed by the black velvet band. Her eyes is shone like diamonds, my daughter the queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. So come on, you jolly young fellows, a warning take from me. When you're out on the town, me lads, beware of the pretty colleagues. They'll fill you with whiskey and porter until you're unable to stand. And the very next thing that you know is you've landed in Van Diemen's Land. Her eyes is shone like diamonds, my daughter the queen of the land, and her hair is hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes is shone like diamonds, my daughter the queen of the land, and her hair is hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band, tied up with a black velvet band, tied up with a black velvet band. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, any rebels in the room here tonight?
There's one.
I can
There's
hear
another
him. I know there's a bit of unrest. I can feel it already. I can feel it in my water. Is it water?
There's a lot of
Oh,
water
my
out
whiskey,
there.
sorry. I can feel it in my whiskey. This one for the rebels. Let's go. Come out, you black and tans. I was born in the Dublin street where the world comes to be, and the lumping English feet they walk all over us, and every single night they died and come out tight, and then by the neighbors out with this chorus. Well, come out, you black and tan, come out and fight me like a man, show you what, how you want medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lane to kill the shot. Come tell us how you slew them for Arabs to buy too, like Zulus they had spears and bows and arrows. You bravely faced one with your 16-pounder gun, and you frightened them from natives to the marrow. Well, come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man, show you white how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lane to give a shot. Come let us see you tell how you slung the paper nail, how you thought him well and truly persecuted. Where are your sneers and cheers so loudly let us hear when the leaders of 16 were executed? Well, come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man, show you white how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lane to kill a shot. Your British sons, come out and fight without your guns, show you what, how you won medals up in Derry. You slaughtered 16 men, and you do the same again, so get out of here and take your bloody arm. Well, come out, you black and tan, come out and fight me like a man, show you what, how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and you black and tan. Get out and fight me like a man. Show you white how you want medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA did you run like hell away. Come out, you black and tan. Come out and fight me like a man. Show you white how you want medals down in Flanders. Tell them how the IRA did you run like hell away. Oh, thank you.
That's quite all right.
That's quite all right.
To be sure.
We're going to try and make it as personal as possible. We want to feel like, you know, we're all involved in this together because we're under shelter and it's pissing down with rain outside. So there's nowhere to go. You're stuck here with us. But that's all right. As long as they have a bit of fun, smile, a few drinks, forget about life for a while. This is a lovely song called St. Patrick's Day. Flying out of London, on Aer Lingus Airways, headed for Rhode Island on St. Patrick's Day. 40 shades of green, shamrock all around, the beauty of this Emerald Isle, the place where I come from. So raise your glass for old lang syne, never drink for better days, but there ain't no place like Dublin town on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Well, I'm walking down Grafton Street on a sunny afternoon. Tip of the hat to Bill and it, the rocker through and through. We've all had our share of worries, had our share of strife, but the calling card for Kelly's wake is to celebrate your life. So raise your glass for old lang syne, have a drink for brighter days, but there ain't no place like Dublin town on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. for brighter days. But there ain't no place like Dublin town on St. Patrick's Day. Raise your glass for old lang syne. Have a drink for bitter days. But there ain't no place like the WheatyLIVE on St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Patrick's Day. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to hand the microphone over to, please, give a big round of applause for the wonderful Victoria. Please, come on.
He's got a point.
Shut eyes and breast stinking from. Will you give me a thought? I was taught the hard way not to fall for drunks like you. Experiences tore my brain into, and I don't think so clear. I wonder you get away with murder all the time. Well, it must have been some crazy state of mind. But I want you to know that I'm holding out. Oh, will you miss me when you're sober? Will you remember me when you're not overcome? Your bloodshot eyes and breast stinking from. Will you give me a thought? You've been caught red-handed. Swift will reach our way to guarantee you'll agree. If only for a day, you might even find out that you miss me when you're sober. You will remember me when you're
hear for Brune, Mick and Mike. Come on! Okay, I know this is the time of night most of you have been waiting for.
I've been waiting.
Please let me introduce you to the man with the most Irish
Pizza.
name in the band. Mr. Paddy Kelly, please, come on.
Come on, Penny. Oh, sorry, this one.
Head down south to the lands of the pines. I'm on my way to North Carolina. Staring up the road, pray to God I see headlights. Faded down the coast, 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers. And I'm hoping for Riley, I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. All right now, come on. From the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. The baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, no country just keep it getting me down. I lost my money playing poker, so I have to leave town. But I ain't a turning back to living that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. All right, come on now. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long tote. He's a heading west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. rock me.
Mr. Paddy Kelly, come on. Okay. As you know, we like to share it around up here. No, the vocals, I mean, the vocals.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. To be sure.
Okay. We're going to give it to the microphone, please. To the youngest member in the band, Miss May Napier-Traeger, please, come on.
Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so pretty. First laid eyes on Miss Molly Malone. She wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and it was no wonder we saw her mother and father before. Wheeled their wheelbarrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels alive, alive, oh.
She makes us look like shit, doesn't she? The rest of us. Okay. Here's a song you can sing along with. If you feel like dancing, dance as well. It's no big deal tonight. There's no COVID restrictions or anything. Get up and stretch the legs. I know they've been sitting down for a while watching Netflix for many, many months. Okay. This one's for Ashy. Here's a song called Part of the Union. Amazed at what I am, and I say what I think. The company stinks. I'm a union man, and I'll go to the local hall. I'll be voting with them all. It's one hell of a shout. It's out from the south. The rise of the factory fall. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. As a union man I'm wise to the lies of the company spies, and I won't be fooled by the factory rules. I always read between the lines, and I always get my way when I strike for higher pay, and I bear my ass to the board and boss. This is what I'll say. Hey. Was half as clear, and I cut the pound to the working hour, and every other day of the year. Though I'm a working man, I can ruin the government's plans, but it's not too hard. But the sight of my cut makes me some kind of Superman. Oh, you don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. You don't get me, I'm part of the union. Till the day I die. Till the day I die. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This weather. It's good for beer. Sometimes. It's excellent for whiskey. Is anybody drinking whiskey tonight? You're in the right place to drink whiskey, let me tell you. I got some great whiskey here. Are you going to get it? Get it in a jar. Are we there? I was coming over the Balfrey Mountains. I met with Captain Farrow and his man, he was constant. I first produced my pistol, then produced my rapier. Stand and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver. For some right now, do them down. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o. This was
took it home to Jenny. She said and she swore that she never would deceive me. But the devil take the woman, for they never can be easy.
Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
Well, I went into his chamber for to take a slumber. I dreamt of golden jewels, and for sure was no wonder. But Jenny took me charges, filled them up with water, sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for a slaughter.
Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
It was early in the morning before I rose to travel. Up comes a band of footmen, and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, she stole away my rapier. Wouldn't use a word or so, a prisoner I was taken.
Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Some men take delight in the carriages a-rolling, others take delight in the hurling and the bowling. But I take delight in the juice of the barley, cut and pretty fair mate in the burning bright and early. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Okay, come close. It's closer now. If anyone can aid me, it's me brother in the army. And if I find him stationed in Cork or in Killarney, and if he'll come and save me, I'll go Rover to Kilkenny. I'm sure he'll treat me better than that John Spot and Jenny. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do one more song, and then we're going to go have a break, probably have a whiskey, and then come back and do it all over again. So it gives you time to go to the toilet or whatever you want to do. Okay, here's a wonderful song for you about celebrating life. That's why we're here tonight. It's called Walk the Mile. I've come back to the saddest news for welling of a friend. And when I asked his mother his last rites in the Isle, you want to celebrate his life, you'll have to walk a mile, have to walk the mile. I ran into the grave digger, stumbling down the path. I quizzed him where Cartaker was, he puzzled at my ass. He looked at me, his eyes went wide, his mouth moved to a smile. Walked down the road and then turned left, keep walking for a mile, keep walking for a mile. So ring the bells and sing the song and march a single file. You want to celebrate this life, you'll have to walk the mile. Walk the mile. As I was walking down the road, I came upon a priest. Good day to you, may holy Joe, you know my man's deceased. I need to go and say a prayer and never be wild. He said to me, don't worry son, keep walking for the mile, keep walking for the mile. I asked him where's the house of God so I could go and pray. He told me don't you follow there, don't follow there today. He said to me walk past the church and ponder for a while. Take a right and then turn left, keep walking for the mile, keep walking for the mile. So ring the bells and sing sing the songs and march in single file. You want to celebrate just like you'll have to walk the mile. Walk the mile. Pushed the door and walked inside, was greeted with a cheer. I shouted, this is the church that sells the beer. Come here, my son, to the bar and come and sing a while. I know you've got a bloody thirst, you've walked the bloody mile, you've walked the bloody mile. So shout out hallelujah, don't hesitate at all. We'll ask for God's forgiveness before the big roll call. This is the spot you'll laugh and cry when no one is on trial. This is the place where you find love once you walk the mile, once you walk the mile. So ring the bells and sing the songs and march into your mile. You want to celebrate just like you'll have to walk the mile. So ring the bells and sing the songs and march into your mile. You want to celebrate just like you'll have to walk the mile. Walk the mile. So ring the bells and sing the songs and march in single file. You want to celebrate this life, you'll have to walk the mile. See you in half an hour or so. Okay, about 20. Thank you.